beautiful people. It's Wonderful Wednesday. I'm April Roll, your ER doctor online, and today's video is going to be an update for my Gardyn Home hydroponic system. It's the 11th month update for my first Gardyn Home 1.0, and it is the 8-month update for my second Gardyn Home 1.0. So if you want to see the updates, what has happened since last month's video, what's there, what's not there anymore, and also if you're interested in having your own Gardyn Home hydroponic system, if you want a 2.0, you can get $100 off with my discount coupon code AROLMD. Okay, if you're trying to get the Gardyn Home 1.0, they're running out really fast, but also my referral code is in the description box below, and you can get a discount off of Gardyn Home 1.0 as well. But like I said, they're going out fast, so act fast if you do want one of those. But let's get into this garden tour that I have for you for this month. Okay, here we are. This is the Gardyn Home 1.0 that's at 11 months, and this is the Gardyn Home 1.0 that is at 8 months. So let's get in here and show you some updates. Let me just do a little scroll down for you to get an idea. Wait, I'm missing out the green onion, so let me go from an angle. This is what I have in the 11-month Gardyn Home 1.0. So some updates. I have blossoms on the Jamaican tomato tree, or ones that I showed you from last month. They, I guess, have not been successfully pollinated because I don't see any tomatoes and they look like they're dying off. So that's a little sad, you know. Life happens. Also, I want to point out Purple Plus, I stated in the last video, gave me a tip to cut back the kale to about 3 inches, which I did. You can't even tell because this thing has grown so much since then, and you finally see the characteristic curl of the kale on there, which is so beautiful. And just to show you what I mean, I cut one last month. I did like a drastic cut on this one, but as you can see, it's starting to grow back. So it does work, and I'm really happy with that. Let's take a scroll down here. Here we have one of my own seeds, a Parris Island type of lettuce. And then down here is something interesting that's happening. This was a tomato, a cherry tomato plant, and I used to have purslane in this one up here, and clearly Mother Nature, some seeds fell down into this Y cube, and what do we have here? New purslane that totally seeded itself in the cherry tomatoes Y cube and is totally taken over. The cherry tomato looks like it's dead pretty much. And then, as you can see, I put some new lettuce around in here. Some of them I need to go through and thin out. Also, no longer do we have the Matoyo eggplant that used to be down here. One day I saw Leo, the cat, playing with it over in the living room, and I'm like, what's going on? But to be honest, that looked like it was not going to get any bigger than what it was, and so that's happened multiple times. So I just took it out because I don't think it's doing well in there. So now let's go to the garden that is at the 8-month mark, and let's do again a little pan down here so that you can see everything that's in it, and then I will give you a closer look into there. So let's point out some things. We've got over here sugar baby watermelon growing. It has some true leaves on it. It looks a little wilty, so but I do know that I have to refresh the tank, and I'm going to show you guys how I do that as well. Not refresh the tank, but top off the tank. So down here we got a lot of our Scotch bonnets, and then let me show you here I've got 2 Scotch bonnets on the tree. One that's green here, and then one that is pretty ripe. Let me go on this other side. Pretty ripe over here. It's not in focus, of course. That Scotch bonnet. And then also, since I'm over here, let me show you a newbie behind the celery. Jamaican Sorrel. So that is growing. Y'all know I can't keep this in here though, because sorrel gets pretty big, like a full-on tree. So I'm gonna have to take that out at some point. I've got my thyme over here, my lemongrass over here, my rosemary over here growing out of control. The kale, a kale stalk that's pretty long. And then I have another one over here that I cut back. Where is it? It's hidden by all this stuff in here. But here's one of the kales that I cut back down to a little stalk that was this tall, but I cut it back and it's starting to regrow. And then what else do I want to highlight? I think that's pretty much it, because all we got down here is more lettuce and more peppers. Oh, let me just show you real quick. This is a soursop seed from someone shared a piece of soursop with me, and so I'm trying to sprout the seed. And then also somebody gave me the same person gave me a June plum, so I'm trying to sprout that seed, and hopefully next month I can show you it sprouted in my Grow Some Food series, but we'll see about that. Now I'm gonna pause here so that I can put this on the garden tower and show you how I top off my tanks. Okay, so hold on. So I don't know if you can see down here, but I'm gonna try to get as close as possible. Let me know. It doesn't look like you can see how low the water is, just to let you know when I top it off. But anyway, this is what I do. I basically put this over it and let it go. And so then when it gets to this level, I know that I don't even have to watch this. I just pretty much turn the spigot down and walk away because I know that it won't overflow. And I basically start getting ready the next batch. Oh, let me show you that too. Before I do that, I just wanted to show you that I am topping off both of mine. Okay, and this one has a different type spigot, but it works just the same. So okay, now to the mixing process. So I'm gonna be doing this with one hand, but basically you take 1 scoop of this, like so. You put it in the cup, and this is what I do. I already did 1 cup. So I basically, don't look at the other side of my sink. But anyway, I basically do like this in some warm water, right? Just actually, I like to fill it to the first line on the cup. Right there. And I basically stir, stir, stir. Stir, stir, stir. And then by the time I've done this, the water is all the way drained out of the system, and I can go turn the rest of the bottles out and empty them into the garden. So I usually let this sit for maybe like 5 minutes, but if I'm in a rush, I don't even do that. So now what I do is I put it on cold water, and I fill it up to about there. And then again, I stir, stir, stir. Stir, stir, stir. And then I'm gonna pause. Now after the mixture has sat for like 5 or 10 minutes, I pour it in here. I put the water on hot. Give it a little rinse just so that it's getting every little bit of that mixture of the food. And then I do this. to try to mix it around. And then that's it. And after it's been a while, I turn it to cold so that it's not steaming hot in here, so that the water can be about room temperature by the time it fills up. And then that's pretty much it. I do the same thing with the next one, and I'm ready to go for whenever my tank needs to be topped off, which is somewhere before 7 days. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the couch and talk to you guys. So that is my 11th month and 8-month update for my Gardyn Home 1.0 hydroponic systems. I don't know what's going on with the cherry tomato blossoms, but I am super excited to see what happens with the sugar baby watermelon and obviously everything else in there, because I love that it is giving me food daily, weekly, and I just love doing these experiments and showing you guys the updates. I hope that you learned something also from the water setup that I have, so that it easily, it gives me the ability to quickly top off my tanks. And also, as I said in the beginning of the video, if you are interested in getting a Gardyn Home 2.0, you can get $100 off if you use my discount code AROLMD. And if you're trying to catch one of those Gardyn 1.0s before they sell out, you can use my referral code below. It's a couple of numbers and letters in there. I didn't memorize it, but that's in the description box below as well. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, tips, please put those in the description box below. If you like this video, please like my video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this video with a friend or family member. If you have any comments about future Wonderful Wednesdays videos, because I do videos about health and wellness, put those requests in the comment section below. But as always, thank you for sharing this Wonderful Wednesday with me. Be blessed and stay healthy.